I want to say goodbye, and I've enjoyed creating these videos for you for the past 3 years, from the Ask Swenk show that transitioned to the Swenk Today show. But I need to say goodbye. But only for a short time. I'm actually taking off this summer. As a lot of you know, my house in Durango, Colorado is almost done, and we're actually moving out there for the summer. And so I want to spend as much time with my family out there and just recharge. And the only work I'm actually going to be doing out there is working with the one-on-one clients that I have and my mastermind members. And all the content is already pretty much done, other than the videos. These videos and these episodes that we've been doing are always on a weekly basis, because it's kind of my journal of what I think you need to know about. And I need to recharge from this and get excited about creating the Swenk Today show and come back even harder. But I want you to get to a point where your agency is running without you doing the stuff that you're used to be doing. You know, I remember one of my clients worked with me, Zach, and one of the first things we started working toward was him being really the agency CEO versus the agency owners. And there's a big difference. Agency owner does everything, right? The PM, account management, sales, bookkeeping, you name it. And I told him, look, there's only about 4 or 5 roles you need to do in order to get to a point where you can take off a month in the summer. That was our goal, and he was able to actually accomplish this. And it was awesome. I loved it. And I love seeing agency owners be able to accomplish this. And so the roles are, first, you have to set the vision and communicate it to your team often. Look, if you give them the vision of who you're going after, what your core service is, why you're actually doing this, and what you believe in, and surround yourself with this, now you're going to give them the ammo in order to make decisions without always coming to you. Second is you should be the front face of your agency. Just like a Gary Vaynerchuk, right? That's how they've grown VaynerMedia. And people have to associate a brand with a personality. Even if you don't want it, all the agencies I've ever worked with or seen recently, all the ones that are growing really big, they are the personality of their brand. If you make an employee a personality of your brand, the primary personality of the brand, if they leave, that jeopardizes what you've built. So you have to be the primary. You can have secondaries, but you have to be the primary. The third is you should coach and mentor your leadership team only. You shouldn't be coaching and mentoring your whole organization. You need to coach and mentor your leadership team, and then make sure that they know how to coach and mentor the directors, and then the directors know how to do below and so on, right? You get me there. The other thing is you need to understand the financials, and you need to make sure that you have the clear goals of going, how much profitability do we want to achieve? It's not all about gross revenue. I can't stand when people just keep saying, I'm a $20 million agency, and then we look at their profitability and it's like 1%. I'm like, that's horrible. Why do you even do this? So you have to understand those numbers. And the last part, and this is not necessarily a must, you should assist sales. You shouldn't be doing all the sales, but you should assist. Like when we would come in, I would add color to that sales conversation. So the salesperson or the sales team, they'd set it up, they'd answer all the questions, they get all the right people in the room. I'd come in, shake their hand, answer any questions, and just add color to what we were already talking about. And so then we would close the deal. But those are the roles that you need in order to be able to take off for a good period of time and have the organization grow faster without you. Now, when you do this, I'm going to warn you, and you're going to say, ha ha ha, that is not going to happen to me. But when you actually achieve this and you really do become the agency CEO and you're filling in these roles and you don't have to do project management, account management, and all this other stuff, you're going to be depressed. I'm going to tell you that. You're going to be depressed. I know you're probably laughing at me, but I went through it, and every one of my clients and members I've walked through this process they've gone through it as well. It takes a little bit of getting over it because the agency doesn't need you for what it used to need you for. It needs you for something entirely new. But you'll come home. I remember coming home to my wife and being like, company doesn't need me right now. It doesn't need me anymore. So I don't have that significance. I don't have that contribution. I don't have that connection anymore. And someone told me it doesn't need you for what you used to do, but it needs you for your new role. And I just want to remind you that. So when you actually achieve this and you're going after these certain roles, like that should be your goal and you should communicate that to your team, you're going to be depressed, but then I want you to think, Jason reminded me, this is what's supposed to happen and it doesn't need me for what I used to do. When you do this, then you'll be able to grow and you'll be able to scale a lot faster. And I wish someone told me this at early on in our career, because I learned this role, or what I'm telling you right now, probably about 8 years into the agency. And even if you've been doing it 20 years, I've seen some agency owners been doing it 20 years and they haven't figured this out, and then we walk them through and really kind of set their goals and their expectations and all the systems around that, then they're going to excel. And you're going to be like, wow, why did it take me so long? So I hope that works for you. So this is a small goodbye just until after summer, where we'll actually regroup and do the Swenk Today show again. But even better, after we're recharging, I might do a couple of cool little videos in Colorado just to say hello, but I'm not going to promise that, just because I want to totally disconnect and I want to recharge. And I'm excited at what this year is going to come. And yeah, with the mastermind and the clients and also the digital agency experience that we have coming up. So if you want to learn more about that, go to digitalagencyexperience.com. And I'm going to have a bunch of agency owners to my house to really have an amazing experience, from work, fun, connecting, networking, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you go check that out and have an amazing summer. And until next time, have a Swenk day.